Hello and welcome to Wake Up and Smell the Mic S&P 500 review for Tuesday, February 7th, 2023. It's now 6:42 a.m. Central Time. We start off in the S&P 500 daily chart looking back to end of October 2021. I'll zoom into the current area now. The S&P 500 daily chart has printed the combo and sequential sell setup 11 recycle count, and to negate that for end of day today on the 27th, there must be a close below 4119.21 for the price flip to the buy setup count 1. And price in the pre-market hours at 6:44 a.m. for the S&P 500 is 4114. So it could start the day with the price flip to the buy setup count 1, but it needs to end the day under that level here. And price closed the end of day on the 6th above the TDST lines for combo and sequential, so that's a good sign. It still has a chance of becoming qualified today with a close above this close from the 6th for end of day today on the 7th. And if that happens, the buy TDST becomes qualified and the relative retracement up 1 also. And price spent one day above the channel 3 high and then came back under, so now we're back under that. And in the S&P 500 weekly chart in DeMark, price has been above the channel 3 high for 4 days, starting back here on the 15th. And it can stay 4 or 5 days above that channel 3 high here, and then it eventually goes back under. Here you can see there was 4 days here. That's about the average, 4 or 5 days max, in this case weeks. And I've turned most everything else off so that we can take a look at lines. And I noticed that there's a new 100% disqualified momentum up at 4170.86, and that gave the 4403.28 100% disqualified exhaustion up level here. So if there's not only a close above this close here to qualify the buy TDST and relative retracement up 1, if it keeps going and closes end of day today above this level, that will become qualified also, along with the TDST levels and relative retracement up 1. And if that happens up here at the 100% momentum up, getting qualified and goes a little further, the ongoing supply line is at 4176.17, so that could become qualified with a close above that also. So technically there's 4 levels, and it looks like Powell from the Fed chair is going to speak today at some kind of economic club of Washington, and that will be interesting. I believe that David Rubenstein from Bloomberg is interviewing him, and he's kind of steely-eyed when he interviews, so I would make me nervous a little bit. And then it looks like there's a new vice chair for the Fed. I think I've heard something about this, that Lael Brainerd is going to a different post for Biden, working for Biden somewhere, but she's not the vice chair anymore. So here's the new guy, and he speaks today at 2. And one has to wonder if he's going to walk back some of the comments that he made or didn't make at his presser last Wednesday, and if he does speak and retract some things and the markets don't like it, there's the ongoing demand line here. We'll look at the correct levels at the big board when we get over there. These are yesterday's values. I have them calculated in the big board for today, but there's that and the conversion line, and I believe the trend factors start kicking in there also, so that could become a support area here. Nothing to be qualified down here. Get through that. Again, there's the baseline, and then the next ongoing demand line, the TDST sell level here, and another demand line down here. And it looks like it will have to be quite a large bar range for today. It's going to have to beat the range of this bar here, high-low, and close under this demand line here, and that will become qualified, just a demand line. It looks like the only other way to qualify that demand line would be to open under it today. And let's go take a look at where this demand line level is for today. So for today, it's at 4093.18. So if it opens under that level we just looked at for this demand line today, and then it doesn't need such a large range bar, larger than this one, even though this one isn't that much. Could be a very small range as long as it stays under it for a close end of day today, and then that could become qualified, but it has to open under that level. Again, that's at 4093.18. And the update to the DXY dollar index daily chart, and you can see that the plus of the DMI has crossed above the minus DMI here, but the momentum ADX in black has not signaled a new momentum, so we're waiting for the ADX to turn into an uptrend like this if it's trending upwards. So this is pretty important here to have the plus go over the minus DMI. Also equally important is that the D wave, down wave A, and D wave up wave 1, so the D wave A1, when it's like this, can just keep going indefinitely, can go across the B up here and just keep going. The S&P 500 support and resistance levels big board chart shows there is no gray area, and price in the pre-market hours for the S&P 500 at 7:37 a.m. Central Time is 4106. And there is one gray area, the weekly high channel 3, 4098, which we have seen in the DeMark section of this video, has been spending a lot of time above the weekly high channel 3, meaning price has been about 4 days. Today would make the 5th day, and it looks like it's going to go back under. And to the downside is the weekly diamond bottom uptrend extension, 4087.25, and that ongoing daily demand line that we just discussed in the DeMark section of the video also. And to the upside is the pivot point and the disqualified by TDST. And the New York traditional McClellan breath oscillator to get back to zero. It went under zero and now would take 717 advancers over decliners to get back to zero. Have a great day.